Greetings to everyone. So today's class we are going to discuss about configurations and symmetry. So configuration. So the arrangement of atoms that characterizes a particular stereoisomer is called as its configuration. So how an atom is arranged in an isomer is called as its configuration. So there are different methods to assign a configuration. Example, we have absolute configuration, that is R and S system, and relative configuration, that is D and L system. So first we'll go for D and L system, that is Fischer projections. So the first system for doing this was developed by Fischer and Rozanoff around 1900. So Fischer first developed a method for drawing carbohydrates in two dimensions and a convention with respect to orientation so as to indicate their three-dimensional structures, so-called Fischer projections. So Fischer and Rosenhoff then devised a notation for designating the configurations of stereogenic centers depicted in Fischer projections as either D or L. So the symbols, that is capital D and capital L. So the symbols D and L do not relate to the sign of rotation of optically active molecule, which are designated as plus small d or minus small l. So please don't get confused between capital D and small d, capital L and small l. Okay. So small d and small l are for uh, rotating the plane polarized light for optically active compounds, whereas capital D and capital L are represented for Fischer projections configurations. Okay. So if you take an example, okay, so glyceraldehyde was defined as being B because the OH group attached to the C2. So this is carbon. So the OH group attached to this is on the right hand side of the molecule when drawn in its correct Fischer projection. Okay. In its enantiomer, L-glyceraldehyde was defined as L because the OH group is on the left hand side. Okay. So if the OH group is on the left hand side, it is L. If it is on the right hand side, then it is denoted as capital D. So glyceraldehyde was the first example. Okay. Then, in carbohydrates in general, OH group attached to the penultimate carbon atom. So remember this, penultimate carbon atom in the chain determines the assignment of D, capital D or capital L. Thus, glucose has the D configuration and ribose has the L configuration. So if you can see here, because the penultimate carbon, right, is having OH on the right hand side, it is given as D. And here it is on the left hand side, so it is given as L configuration. Okay. So just keep it in mind that if it is on the penultimate carbon is having OH group on the right hand side, then it is given as capital D. If it is on the left hand side, then it is given as capital L. Okay. So the notation was extended to amino acids also. So L enantiomers are those in which NH2 group is on the left hand side of Fischer projection and in which the carboxyl group appears to be top. So if you take amino acids, you have amine group as well as acid group. So they take in respect to the amino group. Okay. Right. Conversely, the D enantiomers are those in which NH2 group is on the right hand side. So here both NH2 groups are on the left hand side, so it is given as L configuration. Right? Yes. Next we have Kahn-Ingold-Rillog sequence rules or we have RS notational system. So assigning this absolute configuration, so we relative configuration is equal. Now we are going for absolute configuration. So using the Kahn-Ingold-Rillog priority rules to assign priority T, that is 1 through 4 to the 4 groups on the chiral atom. So orient the molecule so that lowest priority atom is in the back, that is away from you. Okay? So look at the remaining three groups of priority, that is 1 to 3. If the remaining three groups are arranged so that the priorities are in a clockwise fashion, then assign the chiral center as R, that is rectus or right. If the remaining three groups are arranged in an anti-clockwise manner, then assign the chiral center as S, that is sinister or left. So, sequence rule 1. What is it? The atom attached to the chiral center with highest atomic number is 1. The next one is 2. So, highest atomic number, okay, that will be 1. Right? So, if you take this as an example, that is C is surrounded with HOCC. Okay? Now, which has more atomic number than carbon? It is O. So that is given as 1. Right? Then sequence rule 2. If the 4 atoms attached to chiral center are not at all different, the sequence is determined at its first point of difference. So then C, after C we have O here. So that comes under 2. Okay. Then we have CH, so 3. Then H4. This is the lowest priority. Now, how this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So it is clockwise direction. So it is given as R. Configuration is R. Now, coming to the example here, if the CH3 group is here, right, and COOH is here, now what is happening? The serial number is changing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So if you take this 2 to here, what will happen? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So this becomes anti-clockwise. That is, so it is represented as yes. So we have R and S rotations like this, and please remember the rules. That is, higher atomic number will be given as 1. Then we have 2, 3, and 4. Then see which direction it is, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Depending on it, we are going to give the notations, that is R and S, capital R and capital S. So if you are going to do more and more examples, then you will be able to understand. So you can see here for lactic acid, we have this R configuration and then S configuration. Because this is clockwise and this is anti-clockwise. So these are the examples. There is order of priority from highest to lowest. That is first O CH3, then OH, then NHCH3, then NH2, right? Then CCH3, CH2OH, then COH, CH3H, then CH2OH, then CH3, and last will be H. And then some groups with double bonds also we have. There is CHO, aldehyde, then we have alcohol, CH2OH, then we have alkene, C double bond CH2, and then H. Then we have CH2, CH3. So all these are given depending upon the atomic number, highest atomic number, whichever has, that will be marked as number 1, and then that will have the R or S configuration, that is depending on the clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. So now we'll go for this symmetry. So symmetry, we have line of symmetry, center of symmetry, and axis of symmetry. So you can see here, example is given, line of symmetry. Okay. There is a line of symmetry in the center. Okay. Then, which divides them into two equal halves. Okay. So this is about our symmetry and configurations, that is D and L, capital D, capital L, Fisher projection, that is relative configuration, then absolute configuration, capital R and capital S. otherwise can't invert sequence rules. You have to remember. Thank you.